Hey y'all, welcome back to Makayla month. Today we are talking all things books, what I've been reading lately, and what is on my Christmas/December TBR. It's been a long time since I did a book video, so I think this one is long overdue. Let's just hop right into it. So if you are new to my channel, we are currently in Makayla month, which is my birthday month. My birthday is the day after Christmas. I'll be turning 25 this year, and I'll be posting a video every single day up until my birthday. So if you're joining me for the first time today, you're in luck. I only have one video that you missed, and that was yesterday. It was a little intro slash vlog. I also included my chili recipe, so go back and watch that one first. But today we're going to be talking about books. Tomorrow we're probably going to be talking about something totally different, but today, books. First I want to start off with my last arc that I read, which is Offside Secrets by Ann Kemp. I absolutely love Ann Kemp as an author. She exclusively writes clean and closed door romances, and she has been in this whole little hockey universe, and I have been loving it. So I'm so thankful that I was approved for Offside Secrets. This book right here follows Sutton. I never know how to pronounce that name. Sutton, one of those. It follows her, and she is the owner of the River City Renegades, which is a hockey team, and she is slowly but surely falling for her captain of the team, Campbell, which was so cute. There was a little age gap, there was a little power dynamic since she's technically his boss, but it was cute. I really enjoyed this one. This one might be my favorite out of all of the River City Renegade books I've read so far. One where the girl is falling for her best friend and she has to like fake date him. That one is definitely number 2, but this one, it might be number 1. I really enjoyed this one. It was so cute and sweet. You know, Sutton is dealing with owning the Renegades, being an owner, especially being a woman. Everyone was kind of like challenging her authority. People didn't have faith that she could get the team where she needed to be, because this is like a B League team. It's not the National Hockey League. The National Hockey League was also trying to create a team in their city that they're in. So there was that tension too, to see which one of her players were going to like go to the next level of the NHL. And Campbell was dealing with, of course, some family issues. I love how Ann Kemp always is able to add in some type of like family issue. And this one, the dad was dealing with a health issue, and Campbell was kind of like struggling to pay the dad's health bills and pay for his medicine and things like that. Obviously he wanted to eventually move up to the NHL, so there was that journey of him trying to get to that next level of hockey, make some more money while also trying to pursue his boss. So I absolutely loved this book. It was so cute. I definitely gave it 5 stars on my Goodreads. Make sure you follow me on Goodreads if you're someone who's also looking for clean Christian closed door romance. I'm your girl. I try to do good with logging in everything I read, but sometimes I forget, and then I go and refresh it all at one time. But definitely go ahead and follow me on Goodreads so you can see what I'm reading and get some recommendations if you have been interested in exclusively reading closed door fiction. I feel like I should do a whole video about that, because I've been seeing lately that a lot of new to the faith Christians are kind of like questioning, should they stop reading smut, should they look for only closed door. I think I want to do a video about my personal convictions and things like that. So if that's something that interests you, definitely let me know, because I know a lot of Christians who do not care what they read, do not care what they watch, but I am not one of those. That would be very interesting to share. But that was my first read of the season. I think I read this one in like October, November, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, so the next book that I read recently was The Second Chance at Sunshine Inn by Amy Clifton. I think this is my second book I read by Amy Clifton, and this one was definitely good. I don't know how much I liked the first one, but this one was good right here. So this book is following, what's her name? Everly. She is a NICU traveling nurse, which is such an interesting job, and she has to go back to her small town because her godmother passes away, and little does she know her godmother actually left her inn. So the godmother owned the inn, and Everly used to work there when she was in high school and such, and her godmother left it to her. But not only did she leave it to her, she also left it to the guy that was working in the inn with her, Cade. His name is Cade, and Everly and Cade have never met. Their first meeting was actually at the reading of the will, and they found out that they were owning this inn together, which was not a terrible thing, but it wasn't good either, because Everly wants to sell the inn and Cade wants to keep it. So they were instantly at odds because everyone wanted to use that money to fund like a trust for families whose babies are in the NICU and they can't work and things like that. She said that her godmother and her were already talking about starting it, so she felt that the godmother passing away and leaving her the inn was instantly like a divine sign that she was meant to sell it. But Kate was like, no, I literally promised your godmother that I was going to take care of this inn and I was going to keep it running. We had plans to keep it going and everything like that. So eventually Everly moved in, so it was a little forced proximity. They were trying to like work together to see if they was going to sell it or not. There were so many different factors at play trying to come in and persuade each party to do either thing, persuade them to sell the inn. But I just love their kind of tug of war. I love the banter between these two because Everly was obviously sunshine, happiness, and Cade was low-key a grump. Like, he was used to being set in his ways. He was not trying to share a lot with Everly. He didn't want a lot of people in his business, and he also had some family things going on which were very interesting. Like, this book kind of got me. So he was just dealing with so much stuff, and Everly was kind of like trying to insert herself and be the positive light and help him with his situation, but he was just not going for that at all, and that was kind of like their falling out. But I really love how they came back together. This book was very good. 5 stars. And I love that it kept me highly entertained. Like, I was trying to see what was going on with the twist and the turn. And I don't know if I've talked about this book already before, but I'm gonna say it again. Sometimes You Stay by Liz Johnson. Liz Johnson is another prominent closed door, I think sometimes Christian author, and this one is her most recent one, and it's a part of the Red Door Inn series, and I've read a few of those. So they're on, I think it's called Prince Edward Island, but this time we're following Krisha Martin, and I think she's of like some type of Hispanic or Spanish descent, which was very interesting to read. I love that they used someone of color, and she is like a traveling influencer until she makes it to Prince Edward Island, and she has this incident where all of her stuff is destroyed. Everything, the clothes, the laptop, the phone, everything's destroyed. So she's basically stranded there until this guy comes to her rescue. So Finn is like a dog breeder, but he also rescues animals, which is so sweet, and he does not understand what Krisha does at all. Like, he don't understand none of the social media stuff, but he knows he has like a kind of pull towards her. He kind of likes her a little bit, so they kind of gravitate towards each other because he was the one to save her and help her from her little accident. Krisha is also dealing with her own family drama. Once again, family drama is a common factor in these books right here. She has some trauma with her mom, and that was very interesting to see. Her mom was actually a hoarder. I don't think that's a spoiler, but that kind of like threw her into traveling and threw her into creating content and kind of just fell into her lap. But I absolutely loved this little story. I think I'm easy to please unless the book is like really bad and the writing is bad, but other than that, these books really read like a good little Hallmark movie, and I'm here for that. Now, I read one book that was a little bit more gritty. I have no idea if I shared it already, but it had some stuff going on, but it was still good. Like, you can have a Christian romance and still have it be good, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. I saw a lot of posts saying like people don't realize that Christian romance doesn't mean that it's for kids. Like, there can be adult content in a Christian romance, and I love to see that also, okay? And the name of the book that was a little bit more gritty that I was telling you guys about is Southern Charm by CC Urie. I don't know if I talked about that here, but I definitely have a review on Goodreads, so go check that out. But if I haven't talked about it, I will in the future. I just need to double check. Now let's talk about what is on my Christmas/December TBR. So these are the books that I've been eyeing and the books that I'm going to try to read in the month of December. It may be way too ambitious because your girl has not been in a reading mood. I haven't really been having time, but I'm going to try to like force myself because I want to get in the holiday books. So I'm just going to run through these really fast and share with you guys what I plan to read. Okay, so first up, some books that I found. I actually never even like read the description on these. So first up is Meddling with Mistletoe by Liz Johnson. Liz Johnson is an already auto-read author for me. Slowly but surely, that is what she's becoming. So I'm very excited to read this one. I already have it checked out on my library's app, so this one's probably going to be read first. And then I have Under the Christmas Tree. This is actually a collection of short Christmas stories by different authors. All of them are clean, so I'm super excited about that. Maya Black is actually one of the authors. I've never heard of her, but if it says clean and romance, I'm excited to read it. So that one is definitely coming up. Okay, so the next book that I want to read in the month of December is Something Old and Something New by Amy Clipston. Clifton. This one is another one that is, of course, clean and closed door. I don't think this one is necessarily about Christmas, but it looks like it's going to fit the vibes that I'm going for. And I'm also going to read On the Way to Christmas, and these are also small town short stories about Christmas, closed door romance. Gotta love that. So very excited. Actually, one of the authors is Amy Clifton for that collection too. So hopefully, because these books are short stories, I'll be able to get through them fairly quickly, and probably towards the end of the month I'll give you guys like my reading wrap up for the month of December before we even get into the new year, because I know you probably want an update on all of these books. So this video was short and sweet. I'm so excited to get into reading these Christmas books. I wanted to get me in the mood for Christmas and the holidays. So in the comments, let me know what you are reading this season. Are you reading Christmas books? Have you been reading Christmas books? I have not started. I usually start in November, but that's how behind I am on my TBR. Let me know what you're excited to read, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another day of Makayla month.